how can I grow my faith? Well, there's a very, very simple answer to that. How do you grow anything? By feeding it and practicing it. I mean, I'm no good at cooking. I'm hopeless. Yes, I can do the basics. But how does somebody become a good cook? It's by putting into practice what they've learned. And I think you'll agree with me, not everybody will make a good cook. Some are better than others. But it's the fact that we can all learn the basics of how to do it. I mean, I know how to turn on an oven. I know how to work a microwave. I know how to get out a frying pan and fry an egg. But the fact is this, that I don't practice it, but if you want to become a good cook, you're going to have to practice, put it into practice. And I'm going to say to you, if you want to grow faith, you grow it by experience, by using it, by working with it. I mean, I think I'm a reasonably good driver, but learner drivers, they're starting. How do they learn how to drive? By practice. In order to pass the test, you practice, you put it into effect. And it's the same with faith. Faith will only work if you put it to work, put it to practice. I mean, in my life, my faith has grown. This is why my testimony is so important now. I'm aged I'm aged nearly 90, but because I've had more than 70 years of ministry, because when I look back at the early days, my evangelism was basic, but I put it to work. You know that when I was in the Bible college, I was asked to pastor a church. But to me, I was the only student actually putting what I was learning to work. Maybe that's why I'm a bit different today. And I remember we used to have to go up to Hyde Park in London every Friday to put into practice what we'd been learning. And so many people, you know, you can learn and learn and learn, but unless you put that learning into practice, it's worthless, it's valueless. I mean, we're facing a problem with some of our young people today that they're being pressurized into going to university. But so many of them are taking degrees that in themselves are worthless in the marketplace. Or some are taking degrees, and unless they follow it and put it into practice, it becomes worthless. I mean, there's people with quite high degrees serving behind bars or driving taxis or doing menial tasks, and yet they have a high level of education. But unless you can put it into practice, it's the same with spiritual issues. Unless you put them into practice and make them work. That's why some of you will have heard me say before that what shocked me when I was pastor of a church before I came out full-time in evangelism, the Lord said to me one day, he said, David, he said, shut up, I'm tired of listening to you. He said, what I want you to do is to leave the church and go out and put into practice all the things that you're telling other people to do. And then the hard point was, he said, don't come back till you've done it. And as a result, I literally spent almost 50 years out there in the wilderness in the Soviet Union. And it's only in recent years that I've become known because I've come back and I'm sharing the testimony of what God has done. And it's not because I'm trying to make something of myself, but I'm trying to obey what God said in the beginning. Go out and do it. Don't come back till you've done it. Then you have to become, that's me, I have to become the evidence and the witness that it works.